Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Moloy Chakravorty, and I am the founder of Beyond Red Ocean Consulting. So, over the past 5 years, we have been in the space of business coaching. We have been in the space of business coaching, and one of the areas that we identified during our business coaching journey is that while a lot of business owners are focusing on the sales, revenue, and finances for obvious reasons, from a long term sustainability perspective, one area that needs to be focused on is getting missed out, and that is human resource. And in my journey with multiple business owners, I've been told that the business owners, one, don't know how to instill HR systems and processes, but also people who have had HR professionals in their organizations, most business owners don't know on how to drive them and how to get work out of them. And it has been my personal long term wish that we could fill up that gap of the business owner. Because without an HR, without a successful HR system and process, without being able to see the visibility of people's career in the long run, organizations' growth journeys will stagnate. Sales is relatively easy to get. Finances can be managed by great CA firms, both in-house and outsourced. But what about people? And I always wanted to instill this HR vertical into our organization. And today, with humility and pride both coupled together, we are in the process of launching this HR consulting vertical for Beyond Red Ocean Consulting. And thankfully, I have found a great professional who has, and I could say who has got not only the skill sets, but the will to live a large corporate career, a successful corporate career, and decide to join us in this journey and say, what can we do for the for the MSME fraternity as far as the HR systems are concerned? So I have our own Beyond Red Ocean's own senior HR consultant, Kalpana, here with me on the call today. And Kalpana and I will be over the next 30 minutes uh, share our thoughts about why we feel this is so very critical. What are the things that we can do together, and how can we make a difference in the lives of the business owners? So, Kalpana, thank you very much for coming on board and and deciding to be part of this journey, deciding to be part of this vision. So, tell us about yourself.
So, thank you, sir, for such a lovely introduction. And I have total 12 plus years of experience in HR field. And I have been helping SME sector to build their HR systems and processes. So how they have to just not build, but how to implement those systems is more critical than just building the HR systems and processes. So that's how I started. And then now I look forward to contribute more with Beyond Red Ocean Consulting and to help our growing businesses. So that's all.
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. So, ladies and gentlemen, some of the things that we realized over the course of the year or course of my journey with business owners have been lack of basic HR systems. And I would request Kalpana, who comes in both from a consulting space in her initial days, and then with a large corporates where she has been part of the HR fraternity, that what are those gaps, Kalpana, because you have worked closely with both segments of people. What are those gaps that are missing in the SME, MSME sector?
Okay. So basically, it's like there is a huge difference when it's a SME sector and a large corporate sector in terms of uh, in most of the SME sectors, we have seen that family owned businesses are there. So, in family owned businesses, it's become very critical for them to approach each other in a very professional manner because their relations are so interlinked that it becomes difficult for them to communicate in a professional manner their own requirements. And also, one of the reasons are in family owned business, the young generation, they are not much inclined towards their family owned business. Reason, even though they're in a business, they don't have that freedom of choice to make their own decisions, to bring on more ideas on the table. So that's how they feel, even though that they can contribute more, but they are not given that chance. And that's how succession planning becomes one of the becomes the one of the major challenge there. And apart from that, there are other challenges, as in bigger organizations, you can see organization structure is there, their roles and responsibilities are defined. They know how to seek the right talent for their own requirements. And these are the basic challenges, the foundation level challenges that SME sector they find very difficult to fill in, and that's where the HR systems and processes are required. Apart from that, the other things are when once the right person is onboarded, the other problems that they face is the workload analysis, the productivity analysis, how to make a product, how to make a person more productive in nature so that he can contribute to the organization need requirements and goals. Then also employee engagement as well as employee alignment, that also plays a crucial role, because once the person is onboarded, they don't have right induction plan, they don't have right uh, fitment check at the end of the induction plan, that how that person can be fitted in my organization so that he helps me to achieve my success. So that's how these are the basic things vis-a-vis we should check, that this is what is available in SME and this is what is available in MNC. So that's how we are intending to bring in those large corporate sector section into SME sector so that they can also grow.
Oh, absolutely. Because I can share a very recent example. One of the large corporates, a large family-owned businesses, they're multi-hundred crores, nowhere close to some of the small, so-called, some of the small MNCs. So when I was talking to the founding member, or the current directors, one of the things that they told me that we are all working as partners. Our next generation is coming in. They are working, but we do not know what we are doing. We all are working, we all work hard, we all make a lot of money because we are a large organization, but we don't know what we are doing. So, can you help us structure the roles and responsibilities of the partners first, the second generation who's coming in? And like you rightly said, Kalpana, a lot of organizations, the second generation are just not willing to come in because they say, "Oh, after qualifying from from big B schools or good management institutions, they said this is not what we were taught. We were taught to work in the large sector and corporates and other stuff, and they just don't get into it." One of the things that we also saw in this organization is the gap between level two and level three. Level one being the partners, level two being the second generation, and there's nobody in between, right down to the probably the junior most employee in the organization, which ends up that every partner or every director is doing most of the work that they're not supposed to be doing because they're supposed to be strategizing, but they're doing the work themselves. So these are interesting things, and I think you, with your vast experience and the team that you're building, will be able to play an important role. But some things have changed since 2020, right? COVID has brought in a lot of change. And I think the one of the most biggest areas that have been impacted is HR.
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
so show some positive and negative indications of what changed post COVID.
Okay. Let's talk about the positives first. Uh, Before COVID, we were not much known to the work from home facility as such. So technological integration came into picture. Then the second that we have, for those things we had to develop new design new systems and processes for them so that we can Same time we are at work from home, but still the work is getting done. And so for inclusively, we have to design new systems for them. New employee communications had to come up so that the communication flow is there within the organization, even though they are miles apart from each other. That's
Mm.
the positive side. But at the same time, wherein there was opportunity to grow, there were some side backs also. So it's like work from home became difficult in large cities, especially the tier one cities, because of all the reasons. After that, one of the new term that we are now facing is moonlighting. So
Yeah,
people have started doing that. And new trend has also been there that everybody is just seeing one or the other jobs. Okay, I'll take offer letter from other this person, then I'll go and do. So job shopping is like a
yeah.
window shopping. So those are the negative point. But vis-a-vis, we are just trying to strike a balance, so that the everything the setup goes well. So that are the positive and negative part.
Yeah, so but like we were discussing the other day, these are all uncontrollables, right? Moonlighting
Correct.
is there to stay. Job
Correct.
hopping and job shopping is there to stay, right?
Correct.
There is also this silent resignation where people are working in the organizations physically, but mentally they are not there, right?
Yeah.
Then you get your salaries and next day you disappear. The great
Yeah.
resignation stories that are coming up globally, and these are global things. This is nothing to do with
Correct.
India only. We have to live with these. Where do you think the HR consulting vertical can play a role in helping these business owners? And the biggest sector that is getting impacted are the small and medium business owners, right? Large
Yes.
corporates have a lot of people to address that. Here is that business owner who's looking for that one salesperson to come, and on that day the salesperson was supposed to join. He says, "I'll not come," or he's just disappeared.
Correct.
So
Correct. Correct.
how do
Correct.
you think we can help the small and medium business owners overcome some of these challenges, if not all?
Okay. So, first of all, entrepreneurs need to understand that they need to be process dependent rather than people dependent
Mhm.
in this scenario. Because when we are people dependent, our work gets stuck. So, as you rightly said, that the person is waiting for a salesperson to come in and suddenly they vanishes off.
Mm,
So, in such scenarios, they have to make sure that the employee funnel is there for every position that they have.
mm,
Backups needs to be created even though the person is working, but we need to create backup for them for our futuristic requirements. Apart from that, they need to continuously and consistently, continuously consistent communication should come from the employer side to the employee with respect to their career planning, their career progression. What is their every entrepreneur needs a roadmap for their organization. Same way, an employee needs a career mapping for themselves. So
yeah,
we can help, organizations can help employees for that as well. And at the end, it's like having a win-win situation for both the parties, employer as well as employees. And basically, the Gen Z with whom we are working now. So there, we have a Gen Z who are decades apart from the management, from the age perspective. So we need to make sure that they both are on the same level, and they need to contribute, and they should have be aligned basically to reach that goal. So these are the things that needs to be addressed when whereas age gap is concerned, where our employee communications are concerned, and most importantly, creating backup for the positions that they have.
yeah. I think that is one of the most critical elements, and you rightly mentioned that terminology, employee funnel. Because I
Yes.
think for all organizations, it's important and it's critical that the HR activity, the HR team, the recruitment functions of the organizations consistently create employee funnels. It's becoming
Correct.
like the salesperson creating sales lead funnels. Here, you have to
Absolutely.
have a backup of people who are willing to join you at short notice in case one of the employees decides to quit and go. Right. So this is
Correct.
very critical, and along with that, the visioning, the showing them a roadmap, showing them the why that they should work for us as an organization is very critical. What else should we be doing as an employee? Do all of these things work, or there are other things that we should be looking at?
We have to see the different channels by which we can address our requirements,
Hmm,
basically.
hmm,
And it not just doing once is enough. It is just आज मैंने कर लिया बहुत हो गया. will not work. We have to consistently work rigorously on the same thing again and again till we reach the perfection. So
Right.
SMEs need to invest their energies and synergies to define and implement HR systems and processes so that these issues can be well addressed at the foundational level itself. So
Right.
that's very important that they do it consistently, not just doing once. एक बार हो गया नहीं. They have to do it consistently, repetitively in nature so that it can be implemented at ground level.
It's like taking that shower every day, right? Before leaving
Yeah.
for work. It has to become an habit, right?
Yes,
And
yes,
I was reading this interesting article that especially in the SME MSME sector, the owner of the business has to take the role of a CHRO, and he has
correct.
to do things consistently in terms of people management. And even in the action coach business coaching model that we talk about, we say that once the business owner starts taking care of the team will automatically go out and get the business done or the work done. So whereas
Absolutely.
today the employer is managing team, the clients, the finances, the sales, and the marketing. I think over time, once you have been able to implement the systems in the workplaces, if the owner of the business focuses primarily on management of team, work will automatically get done.
Yes.
Uh, so let's get down to the launch of this Beyond Reduction Consulting Beyond Reduction HR Consulting vertical. What will you be doing for our clients or the clients that you would sign up with? What's the model that you're proposing?
Um, See, before what I would write, I would rather say why, because why is more important. We as an organization will help them to design HR systems which are is result driven, which will bring organization and employee aligned to each other, and it will be like a resource how to make maximum utilization of the resources that they have. So that's how we will have that core approach with us. So, and how do we do that is we have different programs plans for it. So obviously once we start with it, we will declare that how we want to do that.
So let's talk briefly about what is the kind of modeling and the deliverables that you would want to come up with.
Okay, so we have right now two deliverables designed. We have operational level deliverables and we have strategic level deliverables. So
Sure.
in operational level deliverables, we will be helping to set up the design, the organization structure, define organization structure for 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. We can plan that. Then apart from that, we will define the roles and responsibilities of each and every position. Maybe it may be a current or maybe futuristic, but
Sure.
basic designing of job description needs to be there. So that we will be helping out. Then once we are done with that, then we will help them with the recruitment part, support with the recruitment process. Then main crux of the entire operational deliverable is the HR policies and annexure.
Sure.
There are many things which are there in HR policy, right from entire employee life cycle, starting from recruitment till exit. People generally think HR का काम ही क्या है? HR तो सिर्फ hiring करता है. नहीं. HR is involved way more than that. So we will help them to define HR policies in terms of recruitment, induction, training, what trainings needs to be done, how training calendars needs to be set, those things. Then performance management systems, how appraisal needs to be done. अभी ऐसे होता है कि ये पसंद है इसको 5% दे दो, हाई उसको 10% दे. No, for that also we need a system for it.
Sure.
So performance appraisals are there. Then at the end, we will help them to build the entire systems. Then we'll teach them that how it has to be operated. So first we'll build it, then show how to operate it, and then we will transfer the ownership of the entire HR system to them. So we will work on a BOT model, BOT model.
Correct.
So that's how we will function. Same goes for the strategic level also.
So,
Now
so
this
let
is
me so let me interrupt you for a minute on the operational. But this cannot be done remote. So you will have to have somebody within the client place who will have to do it. So
yes, yes.
so you're planning to have one person in the client side for a particular time?
Yes, we have that. We plan for that as well. We will have
Sure.
a one person once in a week. He will go and sit at the client place, understand the challenges that he may be facing on a daily routine. वो ऐसे
Mm,
बोलेगा आप तो वहां बैठते हो, आपको क्या ही पता मेरे ऑफिस में क्या होता है.
correct.
So obviously we have to go and sit at the client location, understand his pain areas, give him on-site support as well. So that also will be a part of this, and this program will be almost for 6 months. Then
Right.
the strategic level, one step ahead of operational, will be strategic, wherein we will help them to understand, build organization culture, define
Hmm.
the initiatives that organization culture, how it has to be built. Then define employee value proposition. Now everybody knows USP. What is unique selling proposition? So it's very common for entrepreneurs to understand this
Sure.
concept, but it becomes difficult when it comes to employee value proposition. मेरे employee को चाहिए ही क्या? सैलरी दे दो टाइम पे, ये दे दो बहुत है नहीं. For that also, why a new person should join a company, what benefits you are giving to existing, and why new employees should come in into your company. So that is the crux of employee value proposition. Then comes the HR budgeting part, and then employee alignment. So at the operational level, we'll do the employee engagement part. We will define the employee engagement activities and all those things. And at the strategic level, we will help them to do how to bring employee alignment. So that's how again this program will be for 6 months, and it will be guided against with HR consultant as well as coach, like that.
Interesting. Very interesting model because I think one of the areas that most entrepreneurs have a challenge is in the execution. And if
Correct.
you're saying you're going to handhold them through the execution journey of the HR and then build on the systems and then transfer it, I think that will be a great boon to all of them. Otherwise, most business owners know how to do what needs to be done. The only thing they don't know
Correct. Correct.
how it has to be done. Right.
Correct.
So,
Correct.
Kalpana, before we end, I think this is a fabulous initiative and that you're driving, and we're so very happy that you are on board. So, current focus will be where? Mumbai and Kolkata. Where will be your current focus geographically?
Right
Because
now, it's Mumbai and Kolkata.
you told me once when you were being interviewed that I want to be around the country, but
Yeah. Yes. No, to start with, it will be Mumbai and Kolkata.
and you will have resources in both those cities and which you will
Yes.
oversee. Fantastic.
Correct. Correct.
Fantastic. So before we go, Kalpana, one single message that you would want to leave behind for our entrepreneurs who are really doing everything possible within their might to grow their business and
Mhm.
contribute to the GDP. So what one thing that you would want to leave behind?
The only one single message for them is look HR as an investment, not as a cost or a liability. And help us and help yourself, not us, help yourself to build the robust systems in your organization so that we all grow together. That's all.
Thank you so much, Kalpana. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being with us. Whether you're watching us online or whether you will watch this as a recording going forward, this is where we want to be. This is our first step of growing the services that we want to offer to our entrepreneur friends. We are grateful to you, and we are certainly obliged that you have supported us extensively in the business coaching space, and we know we have been able to bring results. But like we promised, we want to take this one step forward and start offering those services which are the gaps and pain points of yours. This is our first initiative. Kalpana is there. I am there. We will currently start off from Mumbai and Kolkata. If you have any conversation requirements, please feel free to reach out to us. Kalpana's coordinates would be put out on the Facebook very shortly, and you can reach out to her directly and have a conversation of what we can do for you together. Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you, Kalpana, and wish you the very best in this fabulous journey that you have undertaken in helping business owners set up HR systems and processes. Thank
Thank
you
you,
once
sir.
again. Thank you once again, and have a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.